Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon. It's Vanny Asshole, back again with another Dear Days video. So if you guys enjoyed, don't like, comment, subscribe, and sponsor Howie. So, you may be wondering why we're starting off on the home screen. I'm just so annoyed. I'm just gonna do this real quickly. Let me just get to the moment. Bruce, final rush, final turn, and let me just get this power. This is my absolute all-out, no mercy, full power! The king of the field comes on in, breaking past the violence and surpassing to the unrivaled Ride Diabolos Environment! Sorry, the unrivaled Blue City! Okay, anyways, so, long story short, how much CB do I have? Enough. Okay, so, what ended up happening is I was recording an episode. I recorded the, god damn it. It's fine, we've gone to Soul anyways. Put it to, I was about to say, yeah, no, call it to Soul. Okay, anyways, Hellblast full dive. What ended up happening is I was recording an episode, right, as I normally do. It was against Noi Taito, and I had a really good conversation going on about a lot of different things. We had some story advancement. I talked about my small hatred towards Noi. And then I fought against Megumi because free fights became available. And I fought against Donji in a really good game where we both sacked heals. And I was like, the reason why I would always run Ariana because she is always good to me and she always comes in clutch. And she came in clutch for both of us because both the turn he just had against me and my previous turn where I had final rush because I went first, we had both sacked a heal in a situation where we didn't sack a heal, we would have lost. And what ended up happening is when I turned off my camera so I can continue the recording, my camera glitched and deleted all of the footage. Oh, I can heal. I forgot I'm at 5 damage. Which means I had lost 30 minutes of not only gameplay, but what was one of my favorite conversations I've ever had on this channel all in one go. And it's not like something I can get back either. That stuff is gone. I literally sat here for a whole day trying to get that shit back. And I can't. It's impossible. So, in terms of what was going as of the recording so far, was one of my favorite episodes, and I can no longer record, I can no longer edit it, I can no longer upload it. Which is why we're starting off at the end of this fight, because that was the last thing I was doing. You have no idea how upset I am. It was one of my favorite conversations. Megumi proved we had access to grade 4s. Donji had an amazing turn. I had an amazing turn. I had a really good conversation with it. We beat Noi, and I explained how before I'd been fighting Noi off camera, and he was just beating me because he kept luck sacking me, and I fought him with Prison out of spite. And then because I had fought him with Prison, I decided to show off the other grade 4 decks because I think I showed off Nirvana against Roro. So I had used Prison. I don't remember what I used against Megumi. Oh, I used Nirvana again. Oh yeah, I used my new Nirvana deck because I just upgraded Nirvana. Unless I use that against... Maybe I didn't use it. Oh no, because I used Hexa against her. That's what I did. I used Hexa, and I had just used Bruise, and I was about to go in with Bastion. And I'm just... The fact I lost all of that footage, it pisses me off. And he's not even a free fight now. He is a free. I had a good match against Megumi where she wasn't sacking, and I had a good match against Donji. In fact, one of my great... I was literally talking about okay, listen, I'm about to go on a rant about anger, and I'm sorry about this, but I was literally talking about in that clip that is now no longer existing of the reason why I get annoyed while I'm playing, even though I'm a casual player. It's not because I, don't want to lose. I mean, I obviously don't want to lose, but, just because passion. But, the reason why I get so annoyed is because I'm on a time crunch to record everything, and I like to record a bunch of things at once. So having to constantly stall out games to 45 or 20-minute games is just the worst to me, and I don't like doing that. And it was going perfect. I had 3 games in 30 minutes, or what, counting this Bruce game, it's now 4 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock as I'm saying this. That would have been a 34-minute episode so far, and I would have gotten 3 fights, and I have this last one, and then I could do that free story with Noi, and I'd literally be good. I would accomplish so much in one episode. But I am so upset. Like the actual hell. It was one of my favorite episodes, because I was even talking about episode 2, how like whenever I have I always want there to be a really good match where my opponent isn't just trigger stacking, but I'm not just getting an easy time because the AI is on easy mode. I want a nice balance back and forth where the game makes a big move, I make a big move, and we're both on that pressure point. And that Bruce game was literally the perfect example of that. We mirrored each other, miracle heal for miracle heal, trigger for trigger more or less. And he has like that big turn of 3 brainwashes, both his rear guards hit the 70s, and he pulled double triggers, and he damage checked the over in the perfect scenario, and my drive check the previous turn was great, and we just saw my triple drive. Why? Literally that episode, I was talking about how I wish I could have a perfect game, and that was literally the perfect game. And most of it got ruined because my camera had to glitch. That is the worst. I'm not even joking with you. Because it autosaves, I was so tempted to straight up like restart the entire game just so I can get that match again in the story. But you know what, you want to know why I didn't? Because I thought about it. This game is RNG. This game is legit RNG because to pull packs. And we all know how when I first started pulling packs, I had the shittiest luck, like ever. It took me so long to get 1 Valiente. Like, I don't have the time to sit through this again. Like, I'm just so annoyed. Because that was one of my favorite matches involved. And I had a good game against Megumi too. But it was one of my favorite matches I got to do. And I got to show off Hexa Orb, and I got to get revenge against Noi on camera, and I got to share a funny story. I had actually good commentary, and I was so happy about it. And then it literally gets ruined. I don't even know if I want to do story this episode in case A, my camera glitches, but I'm gonna have time now thanks to that. Like, I'm not joking, I am genuinely upset right now. I want to have an actual conversation, I legit do, don't get me wrong. I want to like pretend like that didn't happen, but it's very hard to pretend that something that didn't happen, especially when it happened to what was one of your favorite recordings so far. Like by a long shot. It was such a good back and forth with me and Donji. I had a nice game. I had the commentary I always wanted. And it all gets ruined by a camera glitch that I've tried to fix. Now, best case scenario, the camera, at the end of this recording, my camera says, oh, I found this file in so-and-so, and I can just quickly re-download it, and I don't have to worry anymore. That's best case scenario, and then the rest of this dialogue just seems like, hey Ezra, what the hell are you talking about? You just played the clip beforehand. I can be like in the editing, oh yeah, by the way, I found what I said earlier, what I said late in the video actually happened, and I found the original recording. But that's not gonna happen. It's not. I'm so upset. I am so incredibly upset. And I will never be, I'm gonna remember this Let's Play for this sole reason alone. I will forever remember this episode. I'm gonna label this episode something that I'm specifically gonna remember. So every time I think about the Dear Days in general, I'll be like, hey, remember that one time I got fucked over by my camera glitch? No, there's Prime at least. I'm glad I didn't do what I was thinking of doing and pulling packs in the middle of the episode. Because that actually would have, no, that wouldn't have mattered at all. You want to know why? Because half the time I pull packs off screen anyways. Now I'm paranoid because now I'm like literally checking the camera every 5 seconds to make sure it's not going to do that. But I'm not even joking. The recording itself was literally going smoothly until I clicked the stop recording button, and then in there was like, you know, I'm just not going to save. I don't get it. I genuinely don't. And I just, I want the game to burn in hellfire. I want this game, I know it's not the game's fault necessarily, but I want the game to burn in hellfire. I want the game to understand the pain, the anger, the suffering I just went through. I want to make sure the game feels pain. I want to make the game cry. I was talking about before how whenever it's not a good game where I'm not getting trigger sacked, it feels like I'm constantly kicking like a defenseless animal that can't really do anything in response. Yeah, you know what? This time I'm all for it. Screw the game. I need vengeance. I am vengeance. I'm going to make sure the game dies. I need something to eject my anger out on. It's gonna be the AI. Die to this. You've already lost the over. I know you have access to heal spamming, but frankly, I don't care right now. Go ahead. See all the crits you want, my dude. I'm going to make sure they do nothing for you. Doesn't matter what you sack. You will die next turn. I guarantee it. Prime is payback time. I use my skill, I discard my Persona Ride, I stand Fusad, I add 10,000 power, I then swing with Alden boosted by Finale. Using Alden's skill at 5,000 power, so I'm equaling a total of 45,000. Come at me! Guard this! I dare you! Oh, you know, guard. He has a PG. You wanna know how? Okay, he's just coughing. He's gonna sack a heal. Either way, he has a PG. You wanna know how I know he has a PG? The AI is smart enough to know that if it has a PG, it'll always take the weaker attack, even though that's just dumb, because you shouldn't waste your PGs, especially against a deck that can do restands like this. But you know what? I don't care. Go ahead. And there's the rest of his orders. He doesn't run the grade 1 order for whatever reason, meaning now he guaranteedly cannot bind my rear guards, meaning the Alden gets to stay. I've lost more than half my heals. I think that's the third one. I don't care. Fuck you. Persona Ride, go ahead. Guess what? You're already down 2 Obscudoids. I know you don't run the Recycler, and he's already lost fucking 2 of his orders, and he can't set another one. So by all means, he really is stuck where he is. I'm making sure next turn he dies. He doesn't even have access to the over. Go ahead. I am honestly taking this, my dude. Because you want to know why? I can't guard this outside of PGing it. And this, when he calls another Obscudoid, it cannot get a crit. Meaning that if I can just survive these next 2 attacks, I win. That's how it is. It is genuinely how it is. As long as I can survive the next 2, I win. So as long as he doesn't pull a crit, I'm good. So by all means, Taiji, see whatever you want. Just make it so I can live, and next turn I kill you with Prime. No mercy will be shown. Death is the only answer. PG. He has to see... I think he has to see a trigger and... No, he has to see double crits, I think. No, he has to see a trigger in general and give it to the Obscudoid. Twin Drive first check. Doesn't see a trigger. As long as he doesn't see a crit, I'm good. Doesn't see a crit, I'm good. He may have 2 PGs, but guess what? He's at 5 damage. He's already lost a heal. I got board restand next turn. I am by all means pushing for game. At the end of the battle, you're drafting a rigor. Guess what? I ran this card on a win. I'm gonna use it now. I'm gonna use it now just so I can make the AI stop. There's a reason why I used Basalt twice last turn. No guard. Damage check. Over trigger. Great. You know what? Here, I'll let him do the job for me. Plus 1 million to Bastion. Go ahead. Kill rear guard. Do it. Do it. I know I'm showing a lot of passive aggressive anger. Well, not even passive aggressive, just outright anger. But come on. You would be 2 of your favorite game, or like one of your most favorite games ever, and got ruined. It's final turn. Ride Bastion Prime. I will end you. Call. And just to prove an argument of point, call Finale here. Let's do this. Battle phase. Alden, kill. Skill of Alden, adding 5,000 power. Sadly, Prime is a hard one per turn, but if he wasn't, I would see reason to run Lagro in my actual Bastion deck, because it's honestly really powerful. Okay, that knocks out 2 heals from his hand, that's great, and I know he has at least 1 PG. If my assumption was right earlier, then he has 4. Rest your other rear guards, gets plus 5k power, discard your entire hand if you rest 1 or less. So, or drop 5. Yeah, I think so. I think it's drop 5, so, I mean, I'm going for the kill, so by all means, going all in on this. It's not actually it kind of is in case I do see one, so there's no way in hell my top 7 are all or my top 5 are all triggers, so by all means, go on. PGs, that I was anticipating, he's probably gonna PG again. Cool, dropping triggers. Twin Drive. First check, grade 3. Guess what? That automatically means Bastion Prime goes off. Second check, no trigger. That's sad. That means I lose my entire hand. I really hope... Well, actually, Bastion Prime will go off anyways because I have a Bastion in Soul. But, skill of Prime first. By Soul Blasting... Oh, wait. Do I have a copy in hand? Nani? I don't. Wait, what the... Oh, did I get one in Soul? Maybe. Oh, from Fusad. That's when I got that. Anyways. Skill of Prime. Stand all my rear guards, get plus 10,000 power. Skill of Lagro, drop my entire hand. Do I care? No. Because, oh, is he not on once? He's not on once per turn, is he? And I am 1 CP short of being able to do it again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, do I not have to just, do I only have to, oh, worth a try. Oh, it was, okay. Why did it make me discard the last one? Douche. Okay, you are once per turn though. Yeah, he is a once per turn. Go, Vanguard. Die to this. I was right here out of the PG. I don't think he can outright guard the other two unless he pulls a heal. So, first check, no trigger. Second check, critical trigger, great. We're gonna put all effects on the Alden. And then my last check is gonna, I know if the AI can block it, it will, because that's what it always does. But third check, no trigger, great. So if it does, if the AI does have another PG, then it could very much live this. But I want to see the AI cry. Skill of Alden, 68,000, double critical. Block it, I dare you. I win. Okay, that actually did help get out a little bit of my anger. That did make me feel a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm glad I got to stomp him into the ground. Thank you, game. I thank you, everyone that had to listen to that, I'm sorry. Okay, let's talk to you.
Oh my.
Hold on, did you lose to Yuki Chidoshi? Twice, actually. Shut it! And what about you? Let's report back to Kanji-san for now. What are you thinking, you idiot? He'll throw us out of the team on the spot. But...
Oh my.
Don't be pathetic. If we want to climb to the top as fighters, we can't back down like this. Don't you remember our vow? We do anything until Kanji-san stands on top, where he runs berserk by day and rules Vanguard at night through Rowan! Huh?
Taiji.
Or did you forget, Taiji? Sorry, Noi, I remember. The way Kanji-san beat us down when we were cocky fighters. We latched onto him and the way he speaks through strong fights, not words. All we had is our persistence, but he accepted us without saying a thing. And we decided to, on the spot, to become like him and repay him. But now I want to get stronger. I really do. You know what we have to do then. Are we really gonna do it again? Yeah. A 24-hour Berserk Challenge Marathon, and time to buy boxes of cards. That's what I'm talking about, watching Kanji-san fight while building decks. You better pay your share for the cards this time, though. Man, Kanji-san is so strong, and so scary, feels totally unbeatable.
Taiji.
Hey, Taiji, are you even listening to me? Hey! Okay, fun there. Anyways. That kind of brings me to the story that we missed off camera, so I'm gonna buy packs now, but what it basically, off camera, the story that ended up happening is apparently Rowan is the real Setsugetsuka. Because by the way, Noe was over there bothering Doshi, and what ended up happening is apparently Doshi kind of committed crimes for Vanguard, and or Vanguard's his way of atonement. I don't know what he means by committing crimes. I joked about it being like, either being legit crimes or being Kanzaki level of weakness is a crime, the heart is weak, therefore you don't need a heart. Stridal generation, breaks hand while doing it, saying I was gonna do it, but then I was like, I don't want to break my hand, and my friends, if they see this, are gonna be like, finally, he was smart, and he didn't break his hand. But, yeah, no, I am... Wait, why am I opening 90? No, fuck this. Skip. I just now remember there's like 90 something packs in that. Oh, I put an SP Mion. Great. We pulled a bunch. We pulled 6 SPs. Great. We pulled another Callisto. We got 2 Ballistas. We got 2 Celestials. I think this is our last copy of Lorinol. Oh, well, it is, but it's a foiled one. I think I pulled 2 of these before. Yeah, I pulled 2 of them before. Oh, we have more now over there too. Oh, we got more Felty Rosas. Did we get any? Yeah, okay, we got support for, not Ava. What's her name? Kairi now. So I think I can afford to actually build my Kairi deck, but because I want to make the AI suffer, this is payback. This is payback, because I wanted to use Hexa Orb this episode, but now I might not. Mika, Tatsuki, they're all missing. Where could they have gone? Target located. Huh? It's one of those Setsugetsuka losers. Or wait, maybe you aren't a part of Setsugetsuka anymore. Huh? That doesn't matter right now. Huh? Have you seen Mika and Tatsuki? I'm looking for them, but they're nowhere to be found. Beats me. Response unnecessary. You have to beat us if you want to know. Oh, that makes things simple. Is that a threat? Let's go! Okay then, anyways, ignoring that. Did I use all my... I used all the... I remember correctly, I had to use all the Caracross up index. Okay, just because I didn't get to show it off, and out of spite, because I need to make someone suffer today, and because I don't like this guy, I'm playing prison. Oh, are you kidding me? You had to win the rock, paper, scissors, my dude. Really? You know, I am feeling better. That helped me get out a good amount of my anger. Being able to rant about it towards a character I don't actually like in any way, shape, or form. It was good to do that. It felt really good to do that. So, you see, the thing is, there is a topic I want to say now, but the issue is that topic, the thing I want to say involved us, you know, being able to see the previous part of this where we fought Noi, because it involved a certain story bit, but I guess I'll just allude to it anyways. So, essentially, when we go fight Noi, he beat Doshi, and then Doshi asks, why are they doing this? And Noi says he wouldn't tell a loser like him. And then we walk up and say, if we beat him, will he tell us? And then he says, Noni, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at Blackout investigating? And then responds with, I won't do what you say anymore. Now you haven't answered my question. And Yuki begins to get really serious. And I begin to start talking about how this is something similar to one of my favorite anime characters, Bashin Dan from Geshiki Dan of Battle Spirits, where Dan, who is one of my favorite characters because he has 2 series behind him, but this is his first series that I'm talking about, by the way. What ends up happening is Dan he wasn't necessarily a non-serious guy, but he was more of he was the main character, but he wasn't like super serious, you know. And then he lost to the main bad guy halfway through the series. And small spoilers to anyone who plans on watching the show or hasn't watched the show yet and wants to watch it. What ends up happening is Dan loses to the main villain, to his own deck, by the way, because again, Battle Spirits is a card game anime. And what ends up happening is Dan's like core, or like what would be classified as his heart, gets shattered, and he becomes basically depressed and unable to do anything. And then over the next few episodes, he begins to get his heart back, and what ends up happening is when he gets his heart back, they go try to find a character that was kidnapped, more or less, and when they finally find that character again, what they end up doing is they have a fight, but a guardian with a mace tries to stop them from getting further. Not only does Dan dodge the mace the first time around with like perfect accuracy and save a small child named Zungari from getting hit by it, but then the second time the mace is thrown at him as they are challenged to a fight, Dan not only accepts almost immediately, saying that he literally, like, he wants to get his hands dirty or something like that, like he just needs to fight and he wants to crush something, but also the second the guy throws the mace for a second time, Dan dodges it and catches it under his foot. Like, he straight up football traps it. And I am like, oh my god, he is grown up in the time span of 5 seconds and he became a badass. And for those of you that have seen Brave, this is kind of a joke point where Dan begins to change, because in Brave he's a lot more serious, like at this point. Like, this seriousness is how he's going to go for the rest of the series. But anyways, early on into the fight, Dan makes a very aggressive opening, and Zungari, the small character that he saved earlier, that has been Dan's friend the whole time, says something along the lines of, Dan is beginning to scare me, because Dan like goes all in on the attack, and you can like see the fire in his eyes, and literally like it singles him out, and there are flames on the side of him, and I loved that so much, and it scared me. And I thought, like, looking at Yuki say that to Noi, as she said, so if we beat you, you'll tell us, reminded me exactly of that, how like Yuki is now getting serious, she is going all in, she is ready to kick some ass. And I was like so happy for her. I was like, I'm all in, let's fucking do this. And I was so excited for it, and of course the camera glitch. And I'm gonna be more upset if the camera glitches this time too. Because this time, I got out my anger and I got to show off things, especially because, okay, my thing is this. I'm glad that I'm not going to be able to finish the fight, most likely, in this clip. Because the reason why I was upset last time is because I had already finished the fight because the game auto-saves. Even if I had quit the fight with Donji midway through, I still wouldn't be able to get back the Megumi fight, which I did before, and the Noi fight that I did before. I would still only have the Donji fight and the fights we did here. So I might as well just rush into this with what was already a good game, and then just, you know, play it out and then just pretend to, or like be angry. Not pretend to be angry, legitimately be angry at it. So there's that. Go to hell. I'm not letting you push me to 4. Do I have a copy of Suppressed Gleam? I do have a copy of Suppressed Gleam left, because I know one's not in Soul. Yeah. I did Soul Charge 2, very powerful grade 2, sadly, which sucks, because I did want both of those, but that's kind of how it goes. So next turn, Ride Seraph, imprison the rear guards, call Suppressed Gleamer, get my last Suppressed Gleamer out from deck, deck thin as deck win. And okay, that's pretty much the plan we got. Oh, perfect, we got an order too. Where's the SP? So, okay, just the one that's not foiled. Ride Aurora Battle Princess Seraph Snow, because I learned how Suppressed Gleamer works, Chiron Blast 1, in order to imprison both rear guards. I could have just, actually, yeah, I could have Shovel Studded one of them and to draw a card, but I wanted to, well, after I played the grade 2 Roar, of course, but the thing is, I wanted to get all of his rear guards imprisoned, so it wasn't really worth it. And now I can use Shuffle Stud if I wanted to, but I want to save my CBs. Go, order. I'll give 5k to here. And how are we looking? He lost 2 triggers, great. And because I feel like there are triggers on top, battle phase, 36 triple drive Vanguard. PGs, fair enough. I forgot he had a PG in hand, but that's fine. If I pulled the over, that's game, because I don't think he can stop me. But we'll see. Triple drive, first check, PG, great, so I'm guaranteed to survive his next turn. Second check, no trigger, that's fine. And third check, heal trigger, that's great. So I get to recover damage, and I'll power up Agra. And I don't know if I talked about this last episode or not, but in case I didn't, all of my decks now that aren't Lyrical Monasterio are finished because I built Hex Orb and Barrow off camera. I think I did say that though, because I think that may have been in last episode, or like last episode that I had to use Barrow. But in case it wasn't, I built Barrow and I crafted all the effect triggers, and I've crafted all of my decks to what I consider finished, except for Nirvana, where Nirvana might be missing that one card. Again, I don't know if I said that last episode or during the last deleted clip. It's one of the two. Either way, he's almost dead, which is good for me. He's gonna Persona right to Hexa Orb, unless he sees the over at 1, because I'm at 3 damage, so he can't really kill me from this range. CB1. CB1. Downside is he can stack crits to top, which isn't preferred, but it's, I mean, if that being said, he chooses to keep the soul. Skill of Turquoise, I dropped both them by 5k, making them ever so slightly easier to guard. Honestly, Turquoise has been putting in work. You know what the funny thing is about this too? I only run Turquoise as a 2 of, because I only have space for it as a 2 of. And I somehow draw it consistently. I don't need another Suppressed Gleamer, mainly because I can't use her skill. I mean, it's nice to have her, don't get me wrong, I just can't use her skill. So, guarding that, and I just now realized I have Pure Light, so next turn I'm Pure Lighting. Kanzengardo? And there's no reason to keep the heal, because guaranteed if he sees a trigger, the heal doesn't do anything. I don't know why he didn't use Hex Orb skill though. Like, even if he can't stack a trigger, he can get himself triple drive. Like, there was no reason not to. Like no amount of resource saving would have mattered in that situation. So, but whatever. I guess the game thinks otherwise. Just powers up that 1 grade 2 even more. Doesn't matter, dude. I have a SPPG in hand. Frankly, I should have thrown down the SPPG so the game couldn't be like, oh, he still has another PG in hand. But I don't think the game's smart enough to register that I do still have a PG in hand. But I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording after this one real quickly just to make sure that my camera does work. So if it glitches, it glitches. So please do not glitch. My turn. Okay, here we go. Camera didn't just randomly glitch on me. So in that case, final turn, because he's gonna lose 3 of his hand cards to this, or well, 2 of his hand cards. Ride Seraph Pure Light. Use Pure Light skill. I'll take both of your rear guards. I will take your only soul card, and I'll take 2 of your hand cards, please, good sir. Sadly, I can't imprison more, but I pretty much took everything he had, and he gave me a PG for whatever reason. Okay, well, I don't understand why the AI does that, just gives you PGs, but that, to my knowledge, knocks out 3 PGs that he could possibly have, and, I mean, I could call that just to, you know, I'm gonna do it anyways. Actually, I'm not going to, because if he does have the over on top, I guess that's fine, but, well, you live and learn, you know? Guards for a 1 to pass on this. Wow. Okay, he deserves this. He deserves this, to be fair. He won to pass that. That's... I don't know why you would, but whatever. Oh, great, I wasted... I knew I wasted it. I could have just given it to a rear guard, but whatever. I was like, maybe I'm not going to see another trigger. Okay, great, I see triple triggers. That's the first time that's happened in a while. If he doesn't pull the over, it doesn't matter what he sacks. He's... To my knowledge, I think he's lost all of his heals, so he has to pull the over if he's going to live. Thank you for not pulling the over and making my day worse. So, he lost. He couldn't do anything in response. I won. Great. One down! So now we have to beat Mika. Or not Mika, the girl's name. Forgot where she is. But because I didn't get to use Hexa, I now use Hexa. Actually, I could... You know what? Because I'm showing off all the grade 4s, we'll use, Mag. This fight is for real. Huh? You don't have to tell me! Okay, yeah, now it's Mag time. I know I said I was gonna use Hexa, but I don't want to show off, like, this be the episode of Keto Decks, because that means I would have showed off Magnolia, oh, sorry, not Magnolia. I would have shown off Bastion, Hexa, twice, actually, for Hexa, and then something else. What else would I have shown? Thagria. So, and I didn't want to show off all those, so I'll just show off this. I also said off camera, when I beat Megumi, who gave us 2 Gun and Solas, that I need to update my deck, because I think I only have 2 Gun and Solas in this. If I don't, then I clearly don't remember my deck build very well. But, because I only put 2 Gun and Solas in, not because I only need 2 Gun and Solas, but because I only had 2 Gun and Solas when I built this deck. So I had the materials to finish it, I just forgot to finish it. Wow, she is rushing me out the wazoo, ain't she? No guard, let me guess. She's either gonna pull a trigger and I pull a defensive, or or she's gonna pull a trigger and I don't pull a defensive. That would be the worst case. I mean, I'm not gonna guard anyways, but yep, I'm not gonna pull a defensive. Can I pull a heal trigger now, though, is the thing. After she Soul Blast ones and kills her 1 rear guard to draw a card. I don't know, it just feels annoying. Oh yeah, something you know, the thing is, I want to talk about things, but I don't remember if I said them in the last episode, or, thank you, game. I don't remember if I said them in the last episode, though, or if I said them in the clip that, again, got deleted. I will continue to bring this up, because I am still mad about it. Again, I am less angry about it. I'm still upset about it, though. Okay, because I can set this up for later, drop Panthero. Watch, I pull... The best case scenario would be Chairs pulls me a Panthero. As I said when I was recording the other one that got glitched out, I'm not allowed to be happy. There will always be a time where the game finds its way to screw me over. It just depends on when, how, and why. So, yep. Okay, she lost a Belvedere, which is great, so that's 1 less K that is useful. Actually, I just realized I killed the K, never mind. Actually, why does she call the K to the front row then? I feel like the K would be more important, but... Okay, I've lost 2 heals. On the bright side, I'm at 0 damage. She's most likely at 2, unless she miraculously pulls a heal and or over, which she doesn't, thankfully. And that brings me to the damage advantage. And next turn, we swing for 5 attacks. 1 thanks to Danny, 3 to the front row, and then 1 thanks to Magnolia. Hopefully, the one that's thanks to Magnolia is a grade 2. Skill, top card. Okay, it's a Belvedere. Thankfully, she can't use the skill. She goes right into battle phase. Because I need CB, okay, I was hoping it didn't trigger the PG. Because I need CB for next turn, god damn it. That's fine though. I can just rush. I wish she had called something to front row so I could bully it, but that's how it goes, how it goes, how it goes. And there goes one of my presumably only 2 bears. Again, I don't remember if I run 4 of them or not. If I only run 2 of them, then then we'll know, because I'll draw the SP next. Because I know the other one's the SP. So, either I draw a normal one, or I just... And okay, of course I draw a trigger from that. Call you, and then call Danny Maru. I mean, it can hit. That's a plus, it can hit. Because Mag doesn't need it, we'll put power to Bless Favor just to flex. And we'll go battle phase. Okay, Bless, hit him hard. Fair enough, but that made them drop guard power, so I'll take it. Mag, because I know I run Rainbow, because Sylvan Horn Beast triggers. So 13. First check, no trigger. Can I see a front trigger, please? Well, I pulled Elder, so I'll take that. But it tells me she's gonna pull a trigger in response. If she doesn't, that's great. I can continue the rush. If she does, that means I only have Danny Mar left as an attack. Oh, good, she doesn't. I forgot she has Maple in her drop zone. I forgot the first thing she discarded was Maple. That's fine. Because now Magnolia's skill activates, and Danny Mar gets +5. And back row attack, let's go Danny Mar because we're selected by an ability. It gets another 5k, which is great, and that's why I love Danny Mar so much. Then we swing with this grade 2. No guards, that's perfect. The draw trigger was predicted, although it was predicted on the previous damage check. Now this one's probably going to be guarded because now it's easier for her to guard it. I meant to go for Danny Mar, but I mean she's not going to do anything with the drop zone setup anyway, so fair enough. Now go kill. Yep. Damage check. Cool. She lost a PG, that's great. So to my knowledge, she's a heal down. She's lost 1 Maple, and I know 1's in her drop zone. She's lost a good amount of crits, honestly. She lost the over, and she lost a PG. All around, pretty solid. And now she has Persona Rides. Okay, so I have to be careful of that. I always forget the AI has alternate grade 3s or not, because I swear it never Persona Rides with them. Because I think that one time on camera, they willingly chose to Persona Ride with the white one, I guess what we can call her, into the white one. Light one, not white. That's a better name for it. Because I don't need that much. Actually, I don't need CB at all next turn. So we'll guard this. Then we'll take this one. And then we'll try to see if we can sack off a grade 2 maybe, to make our life easier. What did they add to hand? What the hell? What did you add? It was probably the grade 2, right? Because that's the only thing I know that could have ended up in Soul. Okay, that's Cam Beviers. Yeah, she had the grade 2 to hand. Oh no, she didn't add something to hand. She used Painkiller. That's what she did. I was wondering how Painkiller ended up in her drop zone from that. Damage check, PG. Is that all my... I think that might be all my PGs out. If this is a PG. It's not. I forgot to go in solo. I can call over triggers. Yeah, calling over triggers is fine. Okay, that front trigger would have been helpful last turn, but you live, you learn. If I see a Persona Ride, I'll keep the Persona Ride. If we see nothing, I'll just go, okay, right into Elder then. But hey, we got something I can call over, so I can actually use the skill of one of my sackers. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna call over stuff. So behold the brilliance of Magnolia Elder. And I forgot I sold Blasted Cheris early like an idiot. Because I like having that there, just to prove an argumentative point, then we'll use Galio's skill to retire itself. Sadly, Danny Mar has to be chosen by a Vanguard effect, but it has to be chosen by Vanguard's effect. But I can still give 5k to those two. And then we call Lemur, where all of my CB is gonna go to. And thankfully, I didn't click the A button again, because that would have sucked. Okay, here we go. 13 with triple drive. Guards for a 2 to pass. Never mind, that's a 3 to pass. Fair enough. Triple drive. First check, no trigger. Okay, already I can't break through, which sucks, but whatever. Second check, PG. Okay, well there's my last PG, so she definitely can't kill me next turn. Second check, Elder. Great, so even though she's gonna kill part of my board next turn, I can still pressure her. Let's force her to intercept with that Belvedere, because I want to see it happen. Skill of the Lemur at 5,000 power, because I have yet to draw into another card that revolves around CB. Let's go ahead and do this now so the Lemur gets stacked as all hell. Oh, she takes this. And doesn't pull a trigger, that's great. So next up is, and we'll just go in the loop, so Danny Maru's next, using skill of the Lemur at 5,000 power, using skill of the Lemur again, to add another 5,000 power. Now the Lemur will hit... You missed it, but all that happened is she intercepted one of my attacks, and then I was just saying I would use Lattice skill, but then if I did that, I want to have Magnolia and Soul, so therefore I couldn't use Elder. But then I was starting to wonder, if I did do that, would Lattice skill nullify its attack because it no longer has a Magnolia and Soul, or would it still go? And that it's a funny question to me. I don't know why I care. Anyways, not going to use a skill for obvious reasons, even though I do have an Elder in hand. And that's why I didn't call final turn, because I'm pretty sure she's going to live this, but I didn't make her get rid of most of her guarding power, and I pushed her to 5, and... Never mind, she died to that, believe it or not. Cool. Didn't expect that to work in my favor, honestly. That was fun. Haru, you was a good fight. Huh? Yeah, it was. Huh? I don't know about the other guy, but if you're looking for Mika, she went back to Break Shot. Huh? It's an important place to her. Mika, I'll tell you up front, I'm not going to go save her or anything. I've had enough of pretending to be a team. Why? We're doing things the way we want to do them. Which is why I'm gonna crush each and every one member of Rowan! So you were on their side? You think I'd join the likes of them? So relieved to hear that. Honestly, I didn't care. In my mind, all I saw was, to quote someone, blood. So much blood! Anyways, hey, listen, don't think you've beaten us, even though I just did. We're gonna get even stronger, okay? We'll fight again and again until the day we beat you, because we have our own Vanguard. Rematch requested. Huh? So until that day comes, you better not lose, okay? It's a promise. Cool. So, I am gonna end it here. We had a really nice. Okay, there's the D skill for crit. Oh yeah, for being Noi, I think we got the D skill for heal trigger, so we can heal more often. Yeah, increase the chance of you getting a heal trigger if you have more damage than your opponent. But we have a new skill called critical trigger, which I've been waiting for so long. Increase the chance to get a critical on your drive cover when your opponents have 4 damage. I might equip that later, who knows. But for now, I'm gonna end this episode here, and the next one, hopefully we have an amazing back and forth with Mika, because like I said before, Mika is one of my favorite characters in terms of fighting. I remember I told you guys that she gave me one hell of a battle the first time I fought her, and I want her to give me another hell of a battle. So the next one we're gonna do is, I'm not gonna buy packs, I'm just gonna buy playmats. Yeah, let's fuck it. Let's do this one, and this one. Okay, now I'm gonna do here, hope you guys enjoyed, and that's what we're gonna do is we're gonna take on Mika, and hopefully we're gonna have a perfect match to make up for me not having any games this time. Like I said before, I'm sorry for having such like a Debbie Downer opening, but again, you guys probably get it too if you had like a game you really loved that you could have shared with the world, and then it immediately gets ruined by a camera glitch. So, hopefully next time we get a really amazing game, we get to stay on camera. Without further ado, I'm gonna end it here. So if you guys enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join Discord, follow Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to stand up your Vanguards.